Straw Hut Media.
I feel like I just wanted to be a part of what the gay YouTubers were for me, who I watched after coming out, because like they definitely saved me. Like it helped me so much.
In a world where social media shapes how we perceive and connect, content creators can play a huge role in building community and spreading positive messages. Today, we're talking with Chris Stanley, a dynamic gay content creator known for his engaging presence across YouTube and TikTok. From funny memes to candid street interviews, Chris has carved out a niche that not only entertains, but also resonates with the LGBTQ+ community. In our conversation, we dive into Chris's journey from his very first viral video to his role now as a full-time content creator, musician, and filmmaker. He shares the profound impact his family has had on his content and how he hopes to inspire other young queer individuals and their families. Chris also opens up about the challenges of content creation, the rewarding moments that make it all worthwhile, and his creative process. We explore his ventures into filmmaking with his recent short film, Second Thoughts, and his plan for the future, including more films, more music, and more street interviews. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to Chris's work, this interview offers an insightful look into the life and mind of a creator dedicated to spreading positivity and acceptance.
I'm Stan Chris, and this is Pride.
For our listeners and our viewers who don't know who you are, can you introduce yourself?
I am a gay content creator, YouTuber, TikToker. It spans everything. I just make videos online, like memes, TikToks, all the above, interviews, everything.
Okay, so let's roll it back to like your very first viral video, which was actually an interaction between you and your mom. You also mentioned that your coming out did not go great. So I'm curious how your family has influenced your content and kind of like if there's an impact you hope it has on other young queer people and their families. But I'd love to run through your viral video with your mom.
Real gay boy shit. Yeah, he in my butt, but I'm in his too. And that's where every time you see me, I got some new dudes.
So the viral video with my mom was actually another TikTok creator had gone viral with it, and it was his audio, but he just like made the audio. It was a parody of a popular song. I forget which one now, but so I just asked my mom and I was like, "Hey, will you be in this gay video? It's like kind of raunchy, whatever, but I feel like it could go viral." And she said yes, and then it did end up going viral, which I feel like I was lucky because like my coming out experience didn't go well with like my school and my peers, but my family was like so accepting, which I'm like so grateful for. Like they were the best. I have 3 brothers. They were all good. My dad, good. And my mom, obviously.
A lot of your videos though, they do feature very candid discussions, either with strangers that you are talking to on the street or even just the content that you create for yourself. A lot of times it's about body positivity or acceptance within the gay and queer community. What is it about those messages that is so important to you?
I mean, for acceptance, I feel like I just wanted to be a part of what the gay YouTubers were for me, who I watched after coming out, because like they definitely saved me. Like it helped me so much. I remember even when I was just like getting the courage to come out, I would just watch so many coming out videos on YouTube and like, what would you do? The gay versions with John Quinones and stuff like that. And then I just feel like, you know, all body types are beautiful. And I felt like I was a little bit different than like what like typical gays mostly find attractive, like muscles and abs and things, because I liked like chubbier guys and bears and dad bods. So I just wanted to like be vocal about that so that everyone who's queer can just be more comfortable with their body and realize that like you don't have to be skinny and like have abs to be like hot. Like there are people who will find you attractive.
You've also gone viral for that. right? And that you had a relationship with a pretty large age gap. I mean, it was obviously something that you kind of turned into a content series to talk about the age gap, but how did that attention affect you? Because it was about something kind of more private and personal.
For the most part, I was fine with it because there was like a lot of people who have messaged me and been like, thank you for doing this and showing this and being more vocal about it. There was also like a lot of hate comments, which is never fun, but most of the time they were always, when I went viral, to like straight people, and they would be the ones doing that because I feel like typically the gay community is a lot nicer and a lot more accepting of things like that. Whenever people message me or like leave comments saying that they're relating to things that I'm doing and it's also just like something that's kind of natural for me, it just makes me smile and feel like I'm doing the right thing.
I mean, you do get these very rewarding moments, right, from social media. Recently, one of your videos went viral and I believe was shared by Madonna.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
What was the video about?
So I was asking this guy in the street of New York, right near like Stonewall, what his gay awakening was. And he said it was Madonna. And I was expecting him to say like maybe some actor he thought was hot, maybe the underwear section at Macy's or something like that. But he said Madonna, and then asked him what his best advice is for everyone, the people of the world. And he said, listen to Madonna. And then Madonna must have seen it, thought it was funny, and reposted it on her story. And I was freaking out when she did that. Wait, are you gay?
I'm gay.
What's the gayest thing you've ever done?
Hang out with him.
Who was your gay awakening?
Madonna.
Okay.
I don't
know.
understand how that's not your gay awakening, because he's like 12. Madonna is the gay awakening of everyone.
What is your best advice for other gay guys?
Listen to Madonna.
And it went, I'm assuming, very viral at that point.
Yeah, everyone, he said like he was so happy because he was such a big Madonna fan.
Of all of your videos, was that really the most viral video you've had?
In terms of views, that was not the most viral. That one was definitely good, but there were two other ones that were like probably my most viral videos ever. So one was when I was asking straight guys the grinder sound, if they could identify it.
Oh, I remember those. And it would go boop or whatever the sound is.
Yeah. And then the other one was one I did with my cousins where I was asking them to check their nails. It was like an old American dad joke where if you check them this way, you're straight. If you do it this way, you're gay. So I just asked all my cousins that. Mark, can you check your nails? Can you check your nails? Matt, can you check your nails? I think now it almost has like 100 million views across like all the platforms that it's on, which is just like crazy.
Well, out of curiosity, how many straight guys could recognize that sound?
Not a lot. But now I feel like if I did it again, it might be different because like now it's kind of like a meme and I feel like they know it more, but there were not many who could realize it. No.
I mean, a lot of your concepts have become like, I don't know that people know that they started with you, but a lot of it did, right? Then other people duplicated on TikTok or whatever, did the same thing. But you're kind of like, I don't know, like the secret meme maker.
Yeah, kind of. Actually, you saying that just made me realize at Eurovision this year, I'm pretty sure it was staged. They had like a guy and they were like, give me your phone, we're going to download the app. And then they had like a Grindr notification play on it. And it like went viral. It was like a meme among the gays.
You had mentioned your meme account. What was your meme account? Do you still do it? Are you still making memes secretly?
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah, the meme account is called Woke Twink.
Okay.
It was just a funny name that I thought of. I used to make a lot of original memes. Now I do a lot of reposting because like it's pretty big now. I still make originals sometimes, but yeah.
In coming up with original concepts, it's very hard to do on the internet, right? Because everything's kind of been done, right? You're, in a lot of ways. Like the grinder thing. You did it and now everyone else is doing it. Could you tell me a little bit more about kind of your creative process? Do you find that you're like inspired by other things most often? Do they come out of nowhere? Completely original?
I do get inspired a lot by things. I feel like people love nostalgia sometimes, so definitely any ideas with that are good for sure. But a lot of the time, I'm literally just like trying to fall asleep, like in bed, and I'm like trying to fall asleep, and then I just get an idea, and I'm like, oh my God, I just have to write this down before I go to sleep. So I'll like wake up, write it down in my notes, and then go back to sleep, and then I'll just be going through my notes and find my ideas. It's like they just like pop into my head sometimes.
Something just actually came to me. It just popped into my head. What is your gay awakening, or what was your gay awakening?
I always try to think of like an earlier one, but I used to have a crush on a guy who was on my soccer team. I feel like it was him. Like he was my gay awakening. So it wasn't necessarily like watching a TV. I mean, there probably was a TV show that like had a guy character who I thought was hot, but when I think of it, I think of him.
Do you still know this person? Do you still talk to this person or no?
I don't really talk to him, no, but it's actually funny because so he was on my soccer team, and when I came out, like my whole soccer team got weird. Like it was so awkward, but he was like the only one that wasn't awkward. And he was the only one I actually liked. Like, I felt like all the other guys thought I liked them, but he was the only one I liked. And he was the only one, like, he kept hanging out with me. He didn't care. Like, we still had sleepovers. Whereas, like, the other guys were just, like, it was probably me and the other guys, like, but it was like, so awkward. Except him, and he was, like, the only one I actually liked. It was just funny.
Who are you?
I'm Pam. Who are you?
I'm the owner of this house.
So it takes a lot to create anything, right? Even a 60-second video, it can be a pain in the ass, just the planning it and filming it and then editing it. What have been some of your biggest challenges that you faced in your content creation journey? And what have you done what did you do to overcome them?
Definitely one that came to mind was like getting burnt out from editing because that takes up so much time. So to overcome that, I mean, I've tried multiple different editors. I still love editing my own stuff a lot, but I have definitely hired editors to edit things for me. I also hate when I make something that like, I'm like, oh, this is so good. And then it like doesn't, and it's just not good. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I thought it was, but it's always like a little bit demotivating, but I feel like it comes in waves, and like some things are just like really good and they really hit and they're really relatable. Some things not as much, but as long as you don't like completely stop, then you'll have a new idea that's better than your old ones.
So in addition to social and kind of managing your online communities, you also are a filmmaker, and you just made a short film called Second Thoughts. Tell me a little bit about that. It just came out, how that's going. What made you want to do that?
It just came out. It's been doing so well. It already has like 100,000 views in only like 5 days. So I've been wanting to make a short film. It's actually the second short film I made. The first one was okay, but it definitely wasn't the best. I just feel like short films, they're just like a different way of expressing yourself, where you can really try to make the audience feel something, and they're really, really fun to make. So it's basically about modern gay dating and how sometimes it can be more fulfilling and more rewarding to take things slow when you meet someone, as opposed to jumping right into a hookup, which I feel like the gays love. So yeah, it's just a different perspective, and it's really cute, and I really love it.
Did you find inspiration in other queer films? Like if you had to name your 3 favorite LGBTQ films, and they can be any films, what would they be?
I mean, I don't know if the inspiration is necessarily from these, but I do have my top three favorite because this idea was my best friend Art just like called me like 2 weeks before June and was like, hey, I have this idea, let's do it. So then we wrote it together and made it. But my top three favorite gay films or movies, probably Everything Everywhere All at Once. Well, like, as in like recent ones, I would say. Everything Everywhere All at Once, Good Grief by Dan Levy, and there's another film that I was involved with production and marketing, and it's called Scraps. It's not out yet. It's only a short film right now, but we are working on the feature, and like I've read the whole script and everything, and I'm really excited for that film. So those would probably be my top three.
Dan Levy is also thinking about when you were talking about like, I'm into like dad bods. I feel like he fits the mold of what you would have been into too. So it kind of makes sense that it's one of your top three recent films.
Yeah. I love Dan Levy. Oh, he's so iconic.
So are you still doing Man on the Street?
Yeah, I just did some actually in WeHo Pride. So I'm going to be editing them. Pride Month is so good for them. Like Pride is just so easy to do them because like everyone at Pride is usually so nice and just a lot of people know who I am now. So they'll be like, hey, are you doing interviews? And like, I mean, obviously if they see me with the mic and a cameraman, they're like, oh, he's doing interviews. And they're just way more likely to say yes now too, because like when I first started doing it, like people didn't really know and they're like, who is this?
What's the biggest name or person you've interviewed?
Well, at WeHo Pride, I didn't interview him, but I did a video with Hassan Piker and my friend interviewed him, but probably the biggest person I interviewed, I would say Colton Underwood, maybe.
Okay. Pretty famous. Is there somewhere that you see yourself beyond what you're doing now? Like, what is it you really want?
I wasn't really sure, but I definitely want to make more short films, even if like I'm the one making them. Maybe try doing a little acting in some things. I don't know. We'll see. But I also have a music video coming out soon with my friend Gregory Dillon. He's like super talented. So I'm really excited for that song. I feel like I'm just like so all over the place, like making YouTube videos, doing street interviews, making short films, doing music. And it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm just a jack of all trades, kind of.
Are you straight?
Yes.
Name a guy you think is hot.
Hold on. I know his name. Oh, Tom Brady.
Are you straight?
Yeah.
Could you just name a guy you think is attractive?
Chris Evans.
I just like having fun, I feel like, and I just want to do fun things. So I think I'll just keep doing that, but definitely continuing acting with like short films, or maybe if somewhere else reaches out to me for something, that would definitely be something I would explore. More music, more vlogs, more street interviews, more memes, everything.
For Pride, are you done? Was West Hollywood Pride it? Are you doing any more? Like, where can people find you? Are you going to be on the street anywhere?
Yeah. I'm going to Prides every weekend. Hopefully, I'm trying. So this weekend, I'm going to Boston. I believe I'll be at Chicago Pride the 22nd, New York Pride the 29th. The only weekend I don't have something scheduled right now is the 15th, but I think that might be Providence, Rhode Island Pride. Not sure on that one, but I will be somewhere on the 15th. Yeah.
And Pride obviously goes like, Arizona moved theirs to October because it's hot as shit and they don't, want to roast. Hawaii's is in October. So do you have any other Prides throughout the year that you're going to be going to where people should be on the lookout to get like randomly interviewed?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going to Amsterdam Pride, which is like August 3rd, I believe. And I mean, you never know because Prides are just so good for content. So you just never know where I'm going to show up. I'm always down to go to Prides. I would say just keep your eyes peeled if you're at one, and you never know, you might see me, and definitely come say hi if you do.
And lastly, where can everyone, if they are not following along, where can they follow along with you? Where can they follow you? What socials do you like? Are you still on TikTok? Are you on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on everything. My top two would be YouTube and Instagram, probably. They're both Stan Chris. If you want to find my website, it has like all my links. It's stan-chris.com. So that will have everything on there. But definitely check out the YouTube for more short films. Check out the short film and my Instagram for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Pride is a production of Straw Hut Media. If you like the show, please leave us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Then, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the app formerly known as Twitter, and Snapchat @Pride, and tune in weekly for more episodes. Be sure to share this episode with your friends and subscribe for more stories from amazing queer people. If you'd like to connect with me, you can follow me everywhere @Levi Chambers. Pride is produced by me, Levi Chambers, Maggie Bowles, Ryan Tillotson, and Brandon Marlowe, and edited by Daniel Ferreira.